when there are questions we don't know how to ask. The dialogue between quantum uncertainty and the phenomenology of human questioning reveals a space of convergence where unformulated questions inhabit a superimposed state of semantic potentiality. This text explores the resonance between the semantic leaps of quantum poetics and our capacity to articulate questions at the margins of the knowable, offering an epistemological framework for spiritual transcendence through conscious indeterminacy. At the threshold of knowledge, where the word seeks to form but has not yet found its structure, there exists a phenomenon similar to what in quantum physics is called the quantification of matter. Just as matter is quantified constitutes the fundamental metaphor of quantum mechanics, we could propose that thought is quantified in discontinuous states of understanding. The questions we don't know how to formulate inhabit us like subatomic particles in a state of superposition, existing simultaneously in multiple potential configurations. They are not the absence of questioning, but rather the presence of a questioning so fundamental that it defies conventional linguistic structures. What language could capture the quantum state of an unasked question? Is there an alphabet to name what we intuit but cannot articulate? When we confront this epistemological boundary, the discontinuity of thought manifests as silence, not empty, but replete with quantified meaning. Quantum physics shows us that reality at its most fundamental level defies our everyday cognitive categories. Similarly, the deepest questions defy our conventional linguistic structures. They are questions that, like quantum particles, cannot be described in classical terms. Quantum poetry emerges as a system marked by a type of discontinuous energy, surprising with semantic leaps, where exploration delves deeper, seeking to access an enigma that remains elusive. In this sense, quantum poetics offers us an alternative language to approach those questions that reside in the interstices of the articulable. When we confront questions we don't know how to ask, we find ourselves facing a dilemma similar to that faced by quantum physicists. Is it a wave or a particle? Is it thought or emotion? Is it knowledge or intuition? The answer, as in quantum mechanics, seems to be both simultaneously, depending on how we observe. Poet Amy Catanzaro suggests that poetry might offer a means to create a new language that more accurately describes the seemingly indescribable quantum world. Similarly, perhaps we need a quantum poetic language to formulate those questions that reside at the margins of our consciousness. What would become of our certainties if we could precisely formulate those questions we sense but can't name? Isn't the inability to articulate them in itself a form of wisdom that recognizes the limits of what is knowable? Quantum physics introduces us to the phenomenon of entanglement, where two particles become linked in such a way that the state of one instantly affects the state of the other, regardless of the distance between them. Similarly, there is an entanglement between our unasked questions and our state of consciousness. Truly viral content has a resonant quality. It evokes strong emotions and addresses topics of universal relevance. Questions we don't know how to ask possess this same resonant quality. They vibrate within us at a frequency we feel but cannot measure with the tools of conventional language. In digital marketing, it is recognized that emotional or inspirational content has great potential for virality. Could it be that the unspoken questions that inhabit us are precisely those with the greatest potential to resonate with others? They are like nodes of quantum entanglement in the collective consciousness. The silence between words, the empty space between the lines of a poem, the interrogative pause that cannot find its verbal formulation. These are the spaces where the quantum question resides, undefined yet omnipresent, like the wave function before observational collapse. What mystery is revealed in the space between the intention to ask and the inability to formulate? Isn't this liminal space where consciousness expands into the ineffable?